I have a Toyota Corolla '07. That's not on the recall. Um, I purchased the car in July. I've had an incident 7 or 8 times with acceleration and my brake not working. The most recent time was 10 days ago, and I had to stop at a school bus stop with school buses on each side of the road in Hingham, on High Street in Hingham. And I was the 7th or 8th car to stop, and when I put my foot on the brake, my car accelerated as if the pedal was to the floor rather quickly. My brake did not work. Fortunately for me, I was able to pull in the wrong lane, past the cars that were sitting waiting for the school bus. And then I thought, heaven help me, I'm going to hit a school bus now. But the first car that stopped behind the school bus for the school bus had left a couple of car links, and I was able to pull over in front of those cars and off to the side of the road on someone's lawn before my car stopped. I don't think I put it in neutral as the website had instructed me to do. I really don't know whether I did that or not because it all happened so quickly. I did shift it down into first gear to get the car to stop. And that's my story just on the most recent incident. And since that time, I took it immediately to the Toyota dealer in Braintree that night, and it has been there since then, on the 27th of January.
What have they told you?
They told me they put it on the computer and that the techs looked at it and that there is nothing wrong with my car and they have no fix for it. And they said it wasn't on the recall, and I said it didn't matter to me whether it was on recall or not. Let's just set that aside and fix my car. He said that there was no possibility to fix it because they didn't know what was wrong with it. They couldn't find anything wrong with it. They said that because mine was a different model than the recall cars, that I didn't have the same brake pedal and I didn't have the same acceleration pedal, and that there was absolutely no fix for the car. They couldn't fix it. So I've refused to drive it and have left it there for them to test drive it. They've had it now for 9 or 10 days to test drive my car. I called them again this morning and they said, there's nothing wrong with your car, we can't fix it.
So what are you going to do?
I don't know. I'm not going to drive the car. I don't know what to do. I have instructed my children that if I get killed driving this car, that they can sue Toyota, because I'm just not going to drive the car. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Now I know, and I'm sorry to have to bring this up, but it was your husband's car originally, right?
Yes, it was.
Okay, and he died recently?
My husband died in June. It was his car.
Do you know if he ever had any problem like this?
He never mentioned it to me, so I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
And how many times would you say you've had this problem?
7 or 8 times.
And you don't have the same type of floor mats that they had in the original?
No, my floor mats are hooked. They have hooks on them.
Mm-hmm. And
I don't have any problems with the floor mat at all.
And when you drive, do you drive with just one foot on the gas and then you use the same foot for the brake, or do you use 2 feet?
I use one foot, my right foot,
Okay.
for both gas and brake.
Although obviously you're not an expert, none of us here are on the mechanics. What would you guess that you think the problem could be?
I think it's an electronic problem.
Okay.
I'm not an engineer or technician, but I don't think that the computer in my car is telling my accelerator not to accelerate, or it's telling it to accelerate, and it's telling my brake not to work.
When you were putting your foot on the brake, what did it feel like? Did it feel like it went to the floor and there was nothing, or was it giving you pressure? Or
It felt like the pedal was to the floor. The acceleration pedal was to the floor. It just zoomed. It just zoomed.
when you say the brakes just wouldn't work, I understand that it was accelerating, but when you were actually, I'm assuming you're putting your foot on the brake trying to stop here, was it giving you was it pushing back, giving you pressure, or was the brake just nothing and just going to the floor and not giving you any
It
stuff?
didn't go to the floor. I put both feet on the pedal.
On the brake, yeah.
On the brake. I put both feet on the pedal and held them as hard as I could.
Okay.
Trying to hold onto the steering wheel and drive around all the cars and not hit the mothers on the side of the road with the little children.
So the sudden
it stopped
acceleration
accelerating,
stopped, yeah.
the brake worked.
Okay.
Just as quick as it did when it accelerated and the brake wouldn't work. I don't know why I got it pulled over. I think it's because I downshifted it into first gear,
Okay.
you know, and I had my both feet on the pedal to try to stop the car. It's just like, it's difficult for me to explain. It happened and then it didn't happen. It just was there and then it was gone.
How fast were you driving at the time?
Oh, not very fast, because I was 8 or 9 car lengths behind the school bus stop, 10, 15 miles an hour.
So this isn't something that, you were speeding along on the highway going 65. This is in low
No.
speeds. It kicked in.
No, my car has not, and I've been asked this by the Toyota people, my car does not accelerate on its own by itself when I'm traveling. It accelerates when I put my foot on the brake.
Oh, so actually putting your foot on the brake makes it kick
Yes.
in. That's
Yeah.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah, that's when it happens, without exception.